What's up, everybody?
Hey.
So it's Evan's birthday, and we had the brightest idea to go to the casino. So
I mean, it was more like your idea.
it was my idea.
So.
We're gonna go to the casino nighttime. We'll see you there. Okay.
We're live.
On what? Going to the casino. Evan's first time. He's 18 years old. Wow. Can you imagine the triumph that it took to nurture this ginger? Like, come on. It's been a long time coming. So, how do you feel being 18?
Not that much different.
Do you even know what the world is open for you?
Dating? I don't know.
Yeah, you're legal now, yeah. Essentially dating.
Nice.
Besides that, it's a new year. And from 18 to 19, I get it. You're reckless. You're going to want to do drugs. You're going to want to screw a lot of girls. Okay, but let's put that behind us now.
Okay.
What do you want to... Now that you're 18...
That never really...
Yeah, I know that's in your mind. But what do you want to what do you want to do now? What's the thing for EK to do now that he's 18?
Drugs and women?
No! That's what we said we weren't going to do. Ah. All right. Did your dad give you any advice? Mom give you any advice?
No, because I'm such a good child.
Oh, God. Oh. I don't know what they see, but I see the real thing. You are not a good seed. You're a bad seed. You're a bad seed of Satan. Came straight from his nutsack. Anyway, let's talk about this, because I know that this is a huge topic for us. Life. It's a broad topic, but I don't know. Like, do you see yourself like that you've grown since you were like obviously like from last year? Like, do you see yourself like more mature? I mean, I know you don't say you don't feel so much different, but I think there's a lot more in there that you're not.
I do feel some change, as of like grown more confident and whatnot throughout my years going to college.
Go to college.
So that's helped development and process.
Yes, it's a very good topic. See, now going into being 18 now. When I was 18, let me tell you a story back in my day. Sit down with your wrist straps, kids. It's time for Daddy to tell you a story. When I was 18, I don't mean to get too heavy here, but I think it's good to know the parallels that you have come. I mean, I don't know. Your parents love you a lot. You're not. I don't know. You're gifted with the good family, with the family that's going to be with you for a while, and that there's people that care about you. So I'm just, I just hope you see that, like, oh my God, you have it pretty good. When I was 18, Arturo was not in a good place at all. At 18, I had a revolver in my mouth. Like, I don't mean to get too crazy, too whoa, but I had, I did have my family, I did have people there, but like, 18 was a turning point for me. This is why I wanted to talk to you about this. And I wanted to like get your, see where you were at. I was going to attempt to end my life when I was 18. Obviously I didn't. Arty's still here. But the whole thing was that like, I didn't see my life going anywhere, like I didn't have any friends. I didn't have my family, like I did have family, but it didn't feel real, like it didn't feel genuine. Like we just had family with Evan, with his folks here, and they're always so kind and so nice and like treat us to food and everything. That I don't know, like I love that, you have people there that always love you no matter what, and you've never had to go through that point. You know what I'm saying? And I hope to God you never do. But for me, dude, when I was 18, I was lost. I had no vision, nothing. But I wanted to get your stance on it. Like, I hope you never get there, but like, do you at least have somewhere you want to go, somewhere you want to do, something that you want to do?
I do want to like start on my business where I don't really have to go work anywhere, where I can just like play music, make and compose my own songs, and travel and do like band stuff or something like that.
That's the dream.
That
is the dream. I'm glad you have something. So what made you want to choose that?
Mostly just I always hated the thought of working a 9-to-5 job, and I just kind of just seeing other people do it. It just sad to see that that it's reality. When if I can, you know, I will probably still eventually do some just to know what it's like. But if I can, try to just set up for success and just do what I can with it.
Yes. See, that's the thing. It's like a lot of younger people. They're not. I don't know. Like a lot of after millennials or whatever the cutoff is. You know, people around your age. Some of them I see have like no sense of direction. And it's kind of with my generation too. It's like, what do we do? What do we want to be? You know, for me, I was at that point where like I just had no idea what I wanted to do. But you actually have a sense of direction. You actually want to do something with your life. There are people that I know that to this day, like, I don't know, like they don't want to do anything. They'd rather just go to work every single day and literally just, I don't know, just waste their time at somewhere that they don't want to be at. And it's like, how do you not dream? How do you not dare to be something? So I'm glad that you have something that drives you to do something more. So it's just interesting things to think about, like that. You know, we live in an age where it's like, okay, things are changing dramatically with our generation. With my generation versus your generation, you know, I guess we're both in kind of in the same boat, but just where everyone's at in the world.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to know that. Now, moving on from that morbid topic, I want to talk about something even deeper. Evan Cassett, in your life, in your next years, where do you see yourself going in this year?
That is a little deep. I haven't really given that much thought, other than possibly I'm getting a job this summer, so that I can.
Your first ever job, or your first official job?
Or more official, I guess. I still worked and got paid for a number of stuff, but kind of more of a business standpoint.
Yes.
Being hired by somebody rather than just like family or government stuff.
Right.
So I guess working a little bit and kind of seeing that, and then also by next year I'll probably be in a different school, or I'll be somewhere else in life. I'll probably hopefully be starting an online business like this year, like as soon as I can, so I can get that kicked off.
I want my life to change as well. But I think it's interesting to know that in 1 year, you probably don't realize it, but in 1 year, your life changes dramatically. You know, like, even if it's just like the smallest thing, in 1 year, you go from like, I don't know, working at one place or doing one thing every day with whoever, or doing this one repetitive thing for a whole year, and then like something in your life is going to change. But you know, you can never fear change, but something's going to happen where you're going to like, you know, something's just gonna impact you differently, and then you're gonna think differently, and then you're gonna notice things differently, and then from there you're gonna act differently as well. But your life is slowly changing to what you are either subconsciously wanting it to be, or to where you want it to be as well. Like it's interesting to think about these things, because my life last year not the same as this year, not even close. Can you think of some things that have changed in the last year for you that, I don't know, have changed things for you?
I guess since what I mentioned for like next year progression, or like what I've felt in change, like the confidence thing, and kind of more just generic knowledge,
right?
If that's really ambiguous, but I would say a little bit more maturity. I mean, it doesn't probably show throughout the channel, but
I mean, like, it definitely doesn't show in real life.
No, but mental maturity, and like I act ridiculous and silly and all these other things on the outside, like as kind of an image towards other people or what they see, but just inside, deep down, like it's really, hopefully not dark and depressing, but it's a lot different than what people think.
Yes.
And what I let people show.
Absolutely.
But yeah, other than that, I would say gotten more philosophical and deep and stuff like that.
Nice. Now, you did, Evan did have a cake. You did have candles. You don't have to tell us the wish, because I don't know how much you believe in wishes. For the, you know, like, oh, don't tell your wish, it will never come true, you know? But what's something that you wish you could have? Just in your life? in addition to the wish, or maybe if you do want to reveal the wish, you can.
I honestly didn't make a wish when I blew the candles.
You didn't make a wish?
I
Make a wish now! Make a wish foundation! UNICEF. Yes. What would you wish for?
I wish to always have a drive in life. Even if I have to like work 9-to-5 jobs and kind of be miserable, at least I'm working towards something. I always want to have some direction. Because just to give a little insight today, I went to class and then I didn't bring my guitar like I usually do, and I just kind of felt whatever, so then I just left and went back home.
Right.
I edited some videos and did some other things. I played guitar, learned some songs, but
nice.
Just kind of overall throughout the day, I felt like I had nothing to do. I had nothing to look forward. I had doing this. I looked forward to that, but it just the hours and minutes passing by just felt so empty, and I felt I forgot the whole point of what I was trying to say, but I wanted purpose. Like I didn't feel like what I was doing had any significance. So I just want to have, at least throughout my life, a lot of direction.
Nice. I see the bigger picture in me of like, this is where I want to be in life. This is what I want to do. And it's so hard for me to be motivated to do things sometimes because everyone's always against me. Everyone is always like, don't do this, you're gonna fail, it's not gonna be good if you do this, just don't do it, it's not okay, I've always just got negative feedback in what I wanted to do, and not really much feedback in like, even though the positive things is just playing guitar, playing music and stuff, like my family doesn't support that, like even my sister who I live with doesn't even support that, like they don't listen to the things that I've made, they don't listen to songs and stuff like that. But you know what I realized, like obviously like you shouldn't care about what people think, especially your family. Like your family is gonna be there when things go bad, and that's what they're there for, Some people don't have that, but and that's kind of like, be grateful for what you do have, in a way. Even if you have nothing, you have something. But what I was saying was before was no one's ever supported me for what I wanted to do or for what I want to do. But I always saw the bigger picture that like, even if one day I made it, I'm such a nice person that I would want to still help out someone. I still want to help someone do something. I want to change a life, or I want to do something for my family. For example, if I ever made $2 million, I would lose that $2 million in a heartbeat because I knew exactly what I would do with it. I'd buy my parents a house, my dad and my stepmom and my brothers and sisters. I'd buy them a house. It's the first thing I would do. And $2 million is just a number I just put out there, but you guys can imagine, like, you know what I'm saying. Just whatever. But I'd buy them a house. I'd buy my dad a truck because he's never had like a good reliable truck. And he always works all the time, but like, I would buy them a house, a better house for what they live in right now, which is like, just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, and the trailer park is just full of poop, and it's terrible. It's like, whatever. But then a truck for my dad because I think he deserves one, and then maybe I would give my dad $2,000 a week or something like that, just to feed the kids, so he doesn't have to work as hard, so he doesn't have to do as much, like. Even though they've never supported me in anything I've ever done, I still care to do something like that because it's kind of like in a way for me, like, it's not of like, oh, I love you guys because I'll do this, but it's more of like, I made it, I did it. I grew my business, I made my money, and, you guys have been there for me in other ways where, like, I still would love to be a hero to you guys, be someone you guys can look up to. That brings me to my next point. Is what do you want to be known for? Say Evan Cassett, I don't know, something happens to Evan Cassett tomorrow or 30 years from now. When people look back at you, what do you want people to know you by? What do you want people to remember you for?
I thought about this a little while ago, but I guess it's kind of already came true. Kind of just from people and classmates that I know. they're just, and when I'm talking to them in the halls or whatnot, and other people come by and they're like, yeah, you're just like that one.
So the one guy that plays guitar.
Yeah, that one guy that plays guitar, and he always has like a smile on his face or something like that, and just like that super really annoying happy guy.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not. Nobody said annoying, but I think I'm annoying.
No, I mean I've seen annoying. You're definitely, out of all the people that are at the school, you're not the annoying guy. You're the guy that's like just sitting there, and then other people are really intimidated by you. Like, I still don't even get it, but you're not the annoying one. Continue.
But that was pretty much it. Like, I mean, I've kind of already achieved that, but I want to keep like pushing it where I'm just like, I want to be that somebody that they need. Like, if somebody needs it, I'm kind of there and to make somebody's day, and that's why I do enjoy. I love being at our college and school, because they're just like how that's my escape. So then maybe if somebody's not having the greatest day, I can like just share a smile or like say hey to somebody, which I've done, and it's like a great feeling that they just turn around and like they're smiling just by talking to them or just sharing a little something.
Right.
Maybe just like help them out, and that's kind of what I want, and that's like all I really strive for anymore. I guess like I don't really care what I do in life. It's just I'd rather hopefully share something with other people that they know what happiness is.
Right. And it doesn't have to be bought. It's more of like,
and it's kind of the whole Christmas idea tradition where you're just giving because you love somebody. And I love people in general. I know people aren't the greatest, but I think everybody just deserves emotion. And why go through most of your life just kind of like neutral or always upset about something when hopefully there's things to be happy about. And even though I may not have gone through everything, I've still
there's still a life to live.
Yeah, there is. And I've seen some dark side, and it's just like, what's the point of trying of being sad or whatever when you could literally just change your whole perspective on life and everything changes.
Exactly. For me, dude, it's exactly that. Like I'm at my like I said in a couple episodes of I forget what it was, like either Kingdom Hearts or Legend of Zelda, but I'm at my that guy just cut in front of us like an ass. Sorry, that guy totally just wanted to murder us. But anyway, I'm at the point where I'm at my lowest low in life, guys. I've lost everything. I've lost my guitar, or sorry, not my guitar. I lost like all my music equipment. Right now, I just have only my 2 guitars. Evan's holding onto my electric guitar right now. But I've lost things that I've lost something significant that matters to me. Why? Because ultimately, I didn't work hard enough in things that I should have. I didn't. It's not that like I couldn't work more, because like I mean that was part of it. Where my manager at the time was being holding back some hours because like he needed to watch labor, because we run a business, so we can't waste labor on things. But ultimately, I get that. But at the same time, I wasn't getting my raises, so I thought everything was going to transition from when I left my last job to moving on to this new job. I thought things were going to transition a lot smoother. And I kind of fooled myself into thinking that, where I wanted to force myself. This is what motivates me. This is the only way that things work out for me. Is if I lose something, I have to realize that it's gone, and if I want it back, I need to work hard for it. That's the only way that life worked for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always lost things. I'm always, things aren't. How do I say this? Things don't stay around for me for that long. But the thing is for me is that like I know what I have to do to get those back, and that's what motivates me to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole outlook on that, and I plan to, do something with my life for this year. Is pull myself out of this grave that I've dug, and really start doing the things that I need to be doing, like working more if I have to, work at my new job, because now they're giving me more hours and they're giving me more raises. But it's if that happened a couple months ago, I would have still had my, my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I would have still had some things. But not only that, I want to be able to have my own studio with what I'm doing with my new marketing business, like these are things that like it costs money to invest into a business, but if I don't take it seriously, I'm never gonna go anywhere. You know, I'm never gonna do anything. That's why like whenever you want to do something, I mean that's my way of motivating me is to I have to lose it in order to get it, because I can't fundamentally understand that I get too comfortable. You know how we always get a little comfortable with like, oh, I lost my shoes today, but I could always wear these other shoes. You know, it's whatever. Like I get comfortable with that. I get careless sometimes. I just get that where I have to snap myself out of it now and be like, okay, we want to do things. I want to travel. I want to be a musician. I want to do things in life. And if in order to do that, I need to make my new business work. And if I don't do that, I'm never going to have X and Y. Whatever. 18 years old. You're heading to your casino for the first time. Boy, oh boy. I'm here, guys, but yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, we'll see you guys when we're there.
Yeah, when we're there. All right,
bye.
Bye. All right, we're heading to the casino now. We're heading right to the front doors. It was about an hour drive to where we needed to be.
Yep. And I actually had to use the bathroom. It was great.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. You'll see it all in the thing. It was
I mean, you won't see it because it's on fast.
It's on the fast mode. There it is. There's the beautiful. Actually, yeah, cut to the side so that we cannot die. Okay, it happened. We lost. Well, I lost. I don't know how much we lost.
I only spent $10 and I lasted 2 hours on $5.
Yeah,
So
he's playing the.
I played the online poker thing.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
And I did blackjack. I lost like $60 on blackjack. Like it's weird because I started with 20, got 40, lost 20, got 60. And lost all of that.
Yeah, for like the first 2 hours, I put in $5. Well, originally, like we played a couple slots.
Yeah.
And I got like $7 right away.
Yeah.
So then I lasted like 2 hours on that stuff.
That's how they beat you.
And then the last 20 minutes, it was a constant losing streak, and I put in like five more dollars, and then that was that.
Just lost everything, and that's where I was too. I just kept losing and losing and losing.
But that was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, first time going to the casino for him. I haven't been to the casino in like years, so I don't even know what technology is anymore. But anyway, we're gonna try to find our car. So we'll catch you guys here to wrap this up in a second.
All right, guys. So we're in the car and we're headed back.
Fuck everything. I lost money. Fuck. Okay, so I haven't been to a casino in like 6 years. This is Evan's first time. So let's talk about some things that were going through your mind. Some things that were going through mine as well. Your thoughts on today? Your experience of the casinos.
I mean, it's pretty much exactly what I expected. Throughout my experience of just like playing on either my phone or whatever, that gambling, I just like knew my limits and knew how to keep it going. So instead of doing constant dares or trying to instead of going risky, I would always kind of like play it mediocre to safe, so then I would always get my money back, but then I would occasionally try for just a little bit more risk.
Yeah, I kind of did the same thing, except for so I went around and I played the little we played slots first. Mm-hmm. We couldn't find the blackjack table because like I figured out later like how to read the tables, how to figure out what was what. But we went around trying to find the blackjack tables and we couldn't find them, so we just stuck with the slot games. And now it's, back in my day we used to have court. No, there's a card. I know. There's an actual card now that you put in, you put some money. You can actually just put your card it's a card that holds all your digital currency, kind of like whenever you go to like a new arcade nowadays, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, it's just like a VIP thing that you just...
New arcade place, yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Then you put your cash in and boom. So
you can put your cash right into the machine, which is interesting.
Straight in. Like straight in there. So ultimately we tried playing a couple slot games and we couldn't figure out the new ones. At least I couldn't. And then I lost like $20 on slots, just on slots alone, which is ridiculous. And then we went around the corner of the arcade, and Evan found one of his old school games that he used to play on San Andreas, was it?
Yep.
What was that?
I guess I don't remember like the casino that was in San Andreas, but it was basically the online poker version or whatever it is, but it had the same exact layout or same exact structure and whatever, where it's just like the poker cards on the bottom, and then you're betting your winning list of like here's the ranking of all the things that you can win and like what the multiplier is. And that was pretty much it. It was really basic and wasn't all glamorous, and that's what I liked about it. That everybody else was on these super glamorous slots, and I was like, yo, I can just like rock this old school thing that I used to play all the time.
And there was actually more of those slots, like of those old school retro like machines all around the casino. Like there's ones that were just like super old school, and that's, I guess, like that's the appeal of it, right? Like it's like, oh, this is what I remember, so I just use my snippy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, so Evan was stuck there for like the entire night, for 2 hours of our night that we were there. I went around to find the blackjack tables, which I did. Went with 20 in with blackjack, lost it. Went again with 20, lost that, and then went again with 20, and then that's where I went. When 20, got 60, and then lost all of that. So ultimately, I just lost like about 60. Like altogether this night, I lost like 80 to $100 on that. So Arty did not follow the only lose $20 living rule. However, we did get here late, and I guess that's my biggest problem. It's just like, if we had gotten here early, then yeah, like okay, cool. But we took like an hour to drive here. My night ended really quick, and I didn't want it to end. At least that little time. So I stopped it there. I didn't want to go anymore because, like, holy shit, just lost so much money down the drain. But in any case, I have a piggyback at home that I'm going to bust open and use that for cash. Regardless of the fact, we were in the smoking area.
Yeah.
On the other side of the casino, there's a non-smoking area with the exact same things.
Oh, sweet.
So our clothes reek of smokes.
Yep.
So now there's that. So Evan's parents are gonna be like, whoa.
I've been smoking, you know.
I've been hitting the jacks.
Hitting the Marlboro Reds.
Yeah.
Time to leave my coat outside in the garage.
Do you camel? I camel hard. In any case, that was very fun and interesting, and I'm glad that we were able to go. I'm very upset that I lost a lot of money, but at the same time, that was my fault, and I should have known when to stop. Closing thoughts, though, of the trip. We have an hour back. Was it worth it?
For me, it was.
Awesome. What was the most thing what made it worth it for you?
I guess the fact that I got to just like hang out, experience it on my 18th birthday, and I guess it was awesome to just be able to keep the $5 going for 2 hours. I think that's
legendary, because I lost those $5 2 minutes.
I kept $5, like my first $5, the $5 that my mom was like, hey, you should bet this for me. And I'm like, okay, sure. So that's the $5 I used first.
Yes, I will, Nancy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
and I literally kept that going all night, right until the end, where I just put in my $5. And my limit was 20, but I was just like, I lost $5 and it's like close to the time to leave, so I'm like, I'll just leave it at that. And yeah, I would say it's worth it. And I want to say thank you for bringing me and
of course,
showing me a good time. Because Arty does all the good stuff.
Oh, yeah, all the good stuff, man. It's crazy. Now that you're 18 and legal, holy shit, crazy.
Time to go get a girlfriend if I can.
It's time to fuck. Anyway, well, that was fun, guys. That was fun for us, so we can hopefully get this up as soon as possible. For right now, though, thank you for watching, and
we will see you
on the next episode. It's Twin Chickens.